They say this man is a crack shot, but the Soviet officer didn't believe him. So the officer had a soldier hand him a sniper's rifle, but when the man got the rifle he didn't like the look on his face. He says only trash use scopes, the best of the best only use basic scopes. The officer looks at him incredulously and thinks he's bluffing. To make it more difficult he asked the soldier to put the can on a stake 500 meters away. You know, at 500 meters you can't even see a man, let alone a can. But the man took his position and fired a shot. Surprisingly the bullet was fired but the can remained intact. The officer was disappointed. It seems that all the legends are false. How can he be a legendary marksman with his malnourished face? But the man said innocently, don't worry, I shot a squirrel, not a can. The officer was amazed. Then the man ran deeper into the forest. Soon he picked up a squirrel. The officer was shocked at the sight of the squirrel. He couldn't believe that this man was such a good shot. It's a once-in-a-century phenomenon to see such a marksman. There are only two top snipers in the Soviet army. One is Vasily, who terrorized the Germans. The other is known as the Butcher of Death, Ludmilla. Then the officer smiled as if he had won a treasure. The man's name is Semyon. He's from the Awinki tribe. He grew up hunting in the forests and learned to be a good shot. His power is beyond the ordinary. When he was 15 he was called Eagle Eye by the locals. And during the Soviet Patriotic War he shot 367-0. After the test of marksmanship the officer appointed him as the sniper leader of the Soviet army. Only the team members are female snipers who just graduated from the military academy. When the female soldiers saw Semyon's unimpressive appearance they were unconvinced. They think he's not qualified to be their leader. However, these female soldiers do have pride in themselves. They are not only beautiful but also very good at shooting. During target practice they hit their targets with every shot. The female soldiers were so proud that they thought they would be praised. But Semyon said these are just basic operations. On the battlefield the enemy won't wait to be killed. People are moving, not static. In order to strengthen the female soldiers' marksmanship, Semyon decided to train them in a different place. So he took the female soldiers to the riverside. He put the can on a tree branch and then put the branch in the river. He made a simple moving target. Then the female soldiers fired one shot at a time. One shot, two shots. I never thought that 4 of them would miss with 8 bullets. The officer on the sidelines was flabbergasted. The female soldiers were silent, but they were not convinced. They thought it was impossible to hit the target. To show them what real marksmanship is, Semyon raised his hand and fired without saying a word. No surprise, he hit the target with every shot, and he convinced the female soldiers with his actions.